Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're going to tackle one of those persistent frustrations for local business owners, that feeling of just constantly trading your time for money. We're diving deep into a system that's designed to take that skilled local work, HVAC, custom painting, even deck building, and turn it into a real, scalable, appreciating asset. Our mission today is pretty clear. We want to understand this framework called Stacked that promises to build some serious leverage.
And transformation is absolutely the right word, because this isn't about, tweaking your Facebook ads. The creator, a guy named Hervey, he really emphasizes that this is a whole new way of seeing your business. It's about realizing the knowledge you already have in your head is probably more valuable than the service you're selling.
Okay, so let's get into his origin story, because I think it perfectly sets up the formula behind this whole thing. He was a truck driver, right? Back around 2007.
Yeah, truck driver. And he saw this pattern among his peers of just massive stress, financial stress, health issues, relationship problems. And he realized why. It was this huge gap between the expectations people had coming into the industry and the gritty reality of the job.
A classic knowledge gap.
A huge one. So he didn't start a company or anything like that. He started sharing. He built a little website, lifestrucker.com, and a YouTube channel. And he started answering the questions no one else was. What to ask recruiters, different career paths, and how to become an asset instead of just another driver.
And this was way before audience building was even a term people used.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just by being the most honest source of information, he built something priceless.
Yeah.
Trust. He got this list of about 700 drivers. He's getting calls from NPR affiliates, even TV production companies. And that experience really crystallized the whole thing for him. It boiled down to a simple formula. It's knowledge plus attention plus systems leverage. He put his knowledge out there, that got attention, and then he organized that attention with a system, just a simple list. And that created leverage. That's the core idea.
And that formula is the logic behind the Stacked framework. It's not just a clever name. It's literally about stacking leverage on top of what you already have, one layer at a time.
That's the critical part. You don't skip the layers. If the foundation's weak, the whole thing comes down.
Yeah.
But also, and this is important, you don't have to go all the way to the top. A lot of businesses can find incredible freedom just by mastering the first 2 or 3 stages.
Okay, so let's dig into that foundation, the S.
The S is for serve and dominate locally. And this is non-negotiable. Hervey's really clear on this. If you're not already trying to provide the best possible value, if you're cutting corners, this system just won't work for you. But assuming you're great at what you do, the real question becomes,
are you extracting the maximum value from the work you're already doing?
Exactly. And for most service providers, the answer is a hard no. They're amazing at their craft, but they're just waiting for the phone to ring. They're leaking opportunity everywhere because there's no system.
Right. They do a great job, get paid, and then it's like the relationship just ends.
Yes. So the shift here is making sure every single interaction leads somewhere. You need to capture leads. You need a follow-up process. This is where he defines the email list as the business's memory. It remembers everyone.
The business's memory. I like that. So what does that look like practically for, say, that carpet installer?
It means segmentation is everything. Your list isn't just customers. It's recent installs who need care tips. It's, quote, requested didn't buy who need more education. And you have to capture people who aren't even customers yet. You educate them, you help them.
So the deck builder sends out a checklist for spotting winter damage, or the carpet guy sends a guide on getting red wine out of the shag rug.
Precisely. You build trust before they're even thinking about a big purchase.
Right.
And the result is your margins go up, your cash flow stabilizes, and you finally have some breathing room to think.
Which brings us to the next layer, the T.
T, teach publicly. So the local foundation is solid. Now you start to scale that trust you've built.
And this is a huge mindset shift. It's radical for some people. You have to stop being a consumer of media and become this supplier. You don't have to be everywhere. Just pick a platform where you're comfortable and where your audience actually is. And then you teach what you already know.
So that deck builder, he starts making short videos about the biggest mistakes people make with pressure washers. Or the carpet installer shares the one cleaning chemical that absolutely ruins wool carpets.
Yes. And that's where this paradox comes in. The source makes this point so clearly. When you help people save money, they trust you with bigger decisions. You help them avoid a $50 mistake, and now they see you as the only expert they'll trust with their $30,000 project. So every piece of content becomes an asset. It works for you 24/7, pulling in attention instead of you having to constantly chase it.
Absolutely. And that attention, that gravitational pull, leads directly to the third stage, which is where things get really interesting. Authority over peers.
Ah, so this is where it's not just customers noticing you anymore.
Right. Now, the other contractors, the other installers in your town, they start seeing your content, your demand, how organized you are.
And now you have options.
You have a major choice.
Yeah.
You can go the traditional route, more trucks, more crews, or you can become the hub. You can actually help your peers grow instead of just competing with them.
Okay, wait a second. That's the part that sounds tricky. If I've built all this authority, why on earth would I want to help my direct competitors? Am I not just teaching them how to beat me?
That's the natural question, but it's where the leverage really clicks in. You're not just giving your secrets away. You control the flow of attention. You're the one with the content, the authority. So you get more leads than you can handle. You can sell those leads. You can certify other guys to work under your brand. You control the funnel.
Oh, I see. So you're monetizing the attention itself. You become the market maker. When everyone else is chasing customers, the person who controls the attention controls the market.
You got it.
Well,
That's the core insight. And that organized system, that authority, it doesn't care about borders, which leads us straight to sea-cross geography.
this is where we break out of the zip code, that knowledge you've been sharing, the deck maintenance guide, the carpet care tips. That's valuable to someone in Florida. Even if you're based in Oregon, the physical location doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly. The leverage you built lets you create digital products, guides, trainings, courses, whatever. But again, organization is key because now you have at least 3 different audiences: local customers, national learners, and your industry peers. They all want different things from you.
And that segmentation you built way back in the S phase is what allows you to serve all of them without getting messy.
Oh.
Okay, so that scaling naturally leads to K.
K-knowledge packaging. This is a demand shift. People don't just want your service anymore. They want your process. They want to know how you did it, how you built the authority, how you stopped competing on price.
So for that deck builder, what is he actually selling now? What's the product?
It could be a few things. Maybe it's a course called the Authority Deck Builder,
Mm-hmm.
or a playbook on how you hire and train crews. It could even be a high-ticket coaching program for other local business owners. You're packaging your system.
And that's the fundamental economic shift, right? Moving from trading time for money.
To trading systems for scale. A digital business builds the system once and sells it 1,000 times. The margins are completely different.
Makes total sense. And once you have the product, you need the plumbing to deliver it, which I'm guessing is ecosystem and execution platforms?
Yes. And this clarifies a huge mistake a lot of people make. They start by asking, what software should I use? But the truth is, the platform does not create the leverage. The roadmap does. The platform is just infrastructure to support the vision.
So the vision has to come first. Once you know what you're building, you can pick the right tools to do the job. It's not the other way around.
Exactly. The platform is there to help you organize, communicate, and serve the tribe you've built. And when you've stacked all those layers, S, T, A, C, K, E, you finally arrive at the destination, D.
D, digital real estate and duplication. So what does that actually look like? What is the business owner running at this point?
They're running a platform, not just a local service business. Digital real estate is defined by a few things: owned audiences, owned content, reusable systems, and assets that actually appreciate over time. The local plumbing company owner isn't just fixing pipes now. They're licensing their lead generation system to plumbers in 5 other states.
So they got national scale, but not by opening new physical locations. They did it by selling the system they perfected in their own backyard.
That's the whole game. The scale isn't a giant leap. It's the natural result of stacking those layers of leverage, one on top of the other, in the right order.
That is an incredibly clear roadmap. So just to recap for everyone listening, that full path is serve and dominate locally. Then teach publicly to build trust. That leads to authority over peers, which lets you cross geography with your knowledge. Then you package that knowledge, support it with an ecosystem, and arrive at digital real estate.
You've got it. You now have the full framework, the mindset, and a 7-step path you can apply, whether you're a contractor or a baker. It's all about turning your experience to education.
And I think the final provocative thought to leave you with is this. Most local businesses see their zip code as a ceiling. This framework proves local isn't the ceiling, it's the foundation. Your hard-won experience is your single most valuable asset. Legendary status isn't about chasing scale, it's about stacking the right layers in the right order. This gives you a clear path to turn that daily grind into a truly appreciating, scalable digital asset.